Hey everybody, Straight Bullshit Corner. Welcome to today's video. We're going to start to install the KC Daylighter spot beams that I got to install in the Jeep. These are going to go with the windshield mounts that I painted up. I purchased these brackets and I painted them to match my Jeep, so we're going to install these and start putting the lights in. So let's get to work. Not sure if Allen key screw heads are any better than Torx, but at least they're not going to come out again once I mount these windshield mounts. So let's get some Loctite on these babies and drive that sucker home. These aren't the most graceful things to put on. I have to aim them afterwards anyways, but I'm just gonna mock it up for now. So I ran my wire down through where my wiper motor goes along the path like that, so it's not going to interfere with the wiper. Now these grommets can go like that, but I'm going to lay my cable down flush. I want it to have a flush look. I want it to be kind of like that going in. Put my notch in there, and then I took the corners out of the side. So let's see if we can get the sucker back in. I found the easiest way to put this piece back in is to pull your weather stripping back. I'm going to run this wire into the cab. This goes to the switch, but this is where I find is kind of bullshit. Why is the green wire so much longer when they're both being tied into the same switch? Now, on the wiring harness here, yellow goes to the battery. This one here, the white one, can either go to your lights. That way your off-road lights won't come on unless your lights are on. I'm going to wire them directly to the battery. That way I can switch them on and off as I please. But I just kind of tied this up. Why? It goes to the same fucking switch. Why couldn't you make the wires the same length? Yeah, I just ran the cable up and along through here. I gotta get some wire loom or do something to tie it up later, but I just pulled it through the firewall. And what we gotta do is I got some rocker switches that are gonna go in the vent here, so we're gonna hook up both lights, the fog lamps in the bumper and the spot beams to there. So I'm gonna have to move this switch, rewire it, and move it over there as well. I think there's enough cable on that one too. So the next part of the installation we're going to do is that the KC lights came with this little rocker switch that you would drill a hole and then mount it, but I'm going to use the Rugged Ridge TJ vent switch pod. So we're going to cut these little brackets out and get our switches ready to stick in. And then amongst all my mess, we're going to pop one of the vents out and install it in there and continue on. So I just got one of the rocker switches installed using a knife. Use some gloves or something, be safe. Don't cut towards you because it's pretty small and there a knife could slip and you can injure yourself. I was just using a welding glove, and then once you get it cut out, you're going to have to file the edges to get the rocker switch through. So let's cut this one out, get this rocker switch in, and then continue the installation. Next step is get the vent out. Just put a screwdriver in the side like that, pops her out. And we're going to put our new rocker switch in. Get the dash out, just put a screwdriver in this trim cap. I already got it off. And then we can, once that's done, to remove the vents, there's two Phillips screws right there. Remove them, and then you just pull it right out. Now, I got to run my wires. So I'm going to remove this bottom piece here. So I ran a ground underneath there, and then I drilled the hole through the side of my vent. And that's what I'm going to start running all my wires through. Well, I just got this mocked up, and you probably should leave your wires a little long. You don't want to cut them short because with that dash rocker switch, when you take this panel off, you might have some issues unless you're really anal about it. But I'm going to tie these together, leave them long so I can pull them in and out. I have the program just to hook up the wires. This white wire is going to go to the battery along with the yellow one because I want my lights to be on full time, and then the ground. So I'm going to hook those up quickly, put in the relay, and then we're going to test this out. So I just kind of mocked this up. I put the two positives here, put the ground to the battery. Let's go start up the Jeep and then turn these lights on. Alright, hit the rocker switch. Oh yeah, we definitely got lights now. I'm gonna have to aim them later, but looking good. That's how the rocker switches look once they're installed. Kind of cleans it up a little bit from having like rocker switches in your dash, drill holes everywhere. So even with the Jeep running, those ones won't come on. I have to turn the lights on first. Then once the lights are turned on, my fog lamps will come on. See? Now what's kind of shitty is I just bought these rocker switches. When I engage this one, it lights up. This one here quits lighting up now. And then when I turn my lights off, which disables the fog lamps, so the little LED in that rocker switch is already screwed up and hasn't even had like 10 minutes of runtime on it. Little disappointed about that. So I just got the wires looking like a rat's nest just piled up here and zip tied down. I'm not going to clean those up yet, only because I'm going to gut it and clean it up. Now that I installed the KC lights, later on I'm going to do an HID conversion to a 6000K that's going to match the lights in the front. So that's going to happen later on. But for right now, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I'm going to leave my video of that on installing the KC lights with the windshield mount and using a rugged ridge switch for the dash. Unfortunately, that one LED in the switch already burnt out, and the rocker switch not very happy about that. But it is what it is. I'm going to drink some beer and end this video. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. Otherwise, thanks for watching.